it's really your time as well. So if you have any question, you want to contribute to this discussion, be concise, go straight to the point. At least will also help everybody to hear what you have to say, and so we can also answer that question accordingly. Well, brothers and sisters, comrades, if you have any question, so you know how it works in when you're watching on the Zoom. I think you can use the chat room. I think that's one way. You
Hurry,
can also raise your hands.
oh,
Yes, Makolo.
somebody else want to talk?
Uh,
Yeah, I just want to say lots of people were just agreeing that reparations is due from France, from Europe, reparation for assassination of Lumumba. Yeah, so lots of people were just agreeing with that statement, really.
Great. And yeah, somebody will be checking the Facebook to see if there are questions. Questions are really important because it helps all of us, to deepen our understanding, to seek more clarity. Also, when your discussion is robust, is good, it also help us to unite after discussion, being done. So it's really important. If you have anything is not clear to you, please bring it up. So we want everyone to be clear. We're going to build, you see, and you go over 1 billion Africans to bring together. So we want to be going in the same direction so we can all be clear. That's how we keep this forum, this space for questions. And I appreciate all the comments being made so far, from all the comrades who commented. So we appreciate your contribution.
SG, we just on
Yes.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And we've got brother Elvis, I believe.
Yes.
He's just commenting. He's just saying that the revolution should go on. We've got, I think, the sister Renata. And we've got, I think, Leopard Fox. I'm not sure, female or male. We've got Leopard Fox. So just want to say who to those people on Facebook commenting and following us.
Okay. Someone said, I cannot get a copy of Bankspear newspaper. It's based in the UK. So yeah, you can email us, or if you're on a Facebook, you can write on a Facebook. We will be in touch with you, or you can call us. We'll also be in touch with you. So,
SG, we have
yes.
Doctor, I think it's Aisha Field. Yeah, she's asking a question. I'm not sure we can see it.
Where is that? Yes, I have a question. Can we say more why reparations are not just due to Africans in the US or the Caribbean, but for Africans worldwide? Can you bring, isn't it? Yeah, the question of reparations is yeah, Makola, you wanna go first because you spoke on reparations. You wanna do that?
I think it's an excellent question. Yeah. I hope that my presentation made it clear that because what we do have is we do have a certain kind of division taking place. Some people don't understand what's going on in terms of what they're doing. So you've got people who are specifically saying they want reparation just for Africans in the Caribbean because they've been through slavery. As I said, our oppression hasn't stopped. And there's no difference in Africans in the Caribbean, Africans in the US, and Africans on the continent. So that's something for us to bear in mind, because in the UK we do have a reparation campaign, although it's not led by us, but it's one which again is very sectarian, very kind of focused on just Africans from the Caribbean. And actually, because enslavement happens to all of us. Enslavement happens to all of us. You look at where Africans were coming from; they were coming from Ghana, they were coming from Congo. So the idea that reparations should only be just for, and of course, if we look at how we are treated as African people, there's no different to how Britain treats us in Nigeria, or how we're treated in Britain, or how we're treated in Jamaica. Likewise, Africans in the US, the way they're treated, and Africans in Haiti, the way they're treated by the US imperialism. So we as African people are one. And what enslavement and colonization did was it dispersed us. So we all belong to the African nation. So to call for reparation for one group of African people in one part, and to say that this happened to this group of people, and not the other people, so it's a contradiction. So I'm sure SG will elaborate a bit more, but the point is that we are an African nation, and enslavement, colonization happened to all of us, and is still impacting on us today, because neocolonialism is alive and well. Uhuru.
Yes, well, the question of reparation, we need to understand the meaning of colonialism. The Marxists use the term primitive accumulation, but it's colonialism in reality, which means that we have a relationship. It doesn't matter where you are. You live in Africa, in the US, or the Caribbean, or in Europe. We are all part of this capitalist world economy. But capitalist world economy, where does it get its wealth? That's really is the question. And the people often look at the point of transformation. They're looking at a supermarket like Tesco or Carrefour, or Sainsbury, things like that. Or they're looking at a point of transformation like a Renault factory or Peugeot factory or any other car factory. That's a point of transformation. But the process does not start there. The process starts in the colonies, in enslaved plantations, in slave mines, you name it. That's where it starts. The capital that is not produced by capitalism, but the capital that creates capital for capitalism to exist. That's black people. They use words like essential workers. You ever heard that? In Europe, France, or here in England or the US, they're using that term all the time. But when you analyze it, it means what? It means workers whose work we cannot function without it. So begin now to see, can this society function without sugar? No. Where sugar comes from? Who produced the sugar? You have to go back to African workers in plantations. We use laptops and mobile phones, all these electronic gadgets, but you have to go to the mines where children are working, sometimes all day or all night. Children are working there in Zambia, in Congo, Somalia, all these places in Africa to produce the tin, the coltan, the gold, the nickel, all these materials needed to make the mobile phone. If you don't have them, you will not get the mobile phone. And two, one, they don't pay for these materials. And two, they don't pay for the labor. So you remove the cost of labor, you remove the cost of material, and you get the mobile phone. And this applies everywhere to fund the NHS, the social services. Europe brags about having a better social services than Europe, than the US, for example. You go to France, they have 1 month holidays and things like that. They get sick, they go to hospital, they get treated, you don't have to pay. They talk about tax, what do they call it? Taxpayers. No, the really taxpayers are the colonized workers, because we don't get what we produce. We don't get paid. And we are underpaid when we get paid. So this happens everywhere. And you only know about the enslavement of Africans, never got paid for centuries. But you go distinguish pre-industrial colonialism. That's what happened to Africans before Berlin Conference. It was a pre-industrial. Europe was not industrial before. We paid with our blood, sweat, lives, the industrialization of Europe. And from Berlin Conference in 1885, Europe has been industrialized. And what's happening now? We're still being exploited, genocided to produce, to feed the industrialized Europe. Now, the capacity of Europe has expanded. They have created new monsters nation like America and other places. They all need more material to consume to satisfy the industrialized nations of Europe and America. So they need more places, more people to oppress. So the capacity to oppress has expanded. So black people everywhere and other colonized people everywhere are being exploited every day, every day. So just on that basis, you can say universally black people everywhere are oppressed, and the capitalist system is one. There are no two systems, just one. So this system depends on exploiting the African nation and other colonized people. But the African nation is the cornerstone. And when I say the African nation, it's all black people on the planet because we lost our freedom as black people. We didn't lose our freedom as separated, fragmented people. Although we are fragmented people separated by colonialism, but we didn't lose our freedom like that. We lost our freedom as a people, and we need to get it back as a people. So reparation is a demand for all our people, for all the sufferings, all the exploitation, all the murders, genocide, everything in the last 600 years, everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, North, East, West Africa, Pacific Island, United States, Canada, Brazil, everywhere. That's a common struggle, and that's why we say we have a slogan that say touch one, touch all, touch one, touch all. Yeah, that's all. We say that touch one, touch all. That slogan, Chairman Oman has developed years ago. So I appreciate this question. I appreciate that. It's a really profound question, and I hope we answer this question. And the best thing is the practice. We want people to join because this question of reparation is always developing, and we're always developing it. Chairman O'Malley organized the first tribunal in 1982. That's a long time ago. That's older than most of the young people I know. So we want you to join, be part of this unique historical movement. We are in historical time. We are in a time of crisis, general crisis of imperialism, and we need radical solutions. We need revolutionary solutions. We tried all the other solutions the African petit bourgeoisie gave us. It doesn't work. 60 years after the so-called independence of Africa, they don't work. Only thing that works is revolution. Speak to the Chinese. Why they are powerful today? They made the revolution. They don't discuss anymore. They made the revolution. So black people are waiting for our own revolution. Let's make it happen, brothers and sisters. Let's make it happen. So we hope most of you, if you haven't joined yet, you will join us today so we can go forward. And that's all basically. I gave quite a long answer, but that's basically what I wanted to say. And I just want to talk to the I'm not sure if it was a brother or sister who wanted a copy of the Burning Spear in the UK. You can definitely contact us on 077 2306 7486, or you can leave your number on the chat room. Then we can call you straight, or leave your email or your Facebook. If you put your Facebook in chat room here, someone will be in touch with you today, and we can take it from there. It's important that you get your copy of the Burning Spear newspaper, because the war of ideas is just fundamental. It takes place every day, everywhere. Any other question? So I can tell you, for someone being asked to go to Black Power Summit 2021 summit.eventbrite.com. There are 4 more summit taking place. That's true. Tomorrow they begin at 9 a.m. Central Time. There is another one starting today, 11 a.m. That's probably the one in French, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the one in French. So if you know, yeah, if you know people who speak French mostly, you can let them know. And that will be, is it 1 hour time? Is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock UK time, which is 5 p.m. Paris time. So that will be in French. So any other question? Okay. Who, Barbara Joseph? Someone will be in touch with you regarding the banning sphere. Thank you so much for inquiring about that. Now, if there are no questions, we will be going to resolutions. What do we intend to do? We are already involved in a lot of things, but these resolutions is something we want you and I to unite with, that we want to make it happen. We want to do it because we want to transform our community. We want to transform our lives. We want to end our relationship with our oppressors. And we want to have power over our own lives. And for that to happen, we must be resolute. We must be determined. Nothing matters more than our freedom. Nothing matters more than our unity. You go think about it. If we unite, everything's possible. If we unite under the leadership of the African working class through his advanced detachment, the African People's Socialist Party, everything is possible. Everything. Our oppressors know that. They all know if you have access to black people's talents and labor, you get rich. They know it. They all know it. You live in Austin, you live in Peckham or Hackney, wherever you are, they know if black people can come to your shop, doesn't matter how poor they are, you will be rich. They know that. If you control any portion of Africa, look, how many wars are in Africa? Central African Republic, Congo, Somalia, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, you name it. No wars for our freedom, wars to steal our resources, to steal our future. And sometimes we don't even recognize it. Sometimes we don't even recognize it. We accept what we shouldn't be accepting. Black people should not be, traveling to UK, going to US. You go pay a lot, sum of money to get a visa, things like that. When everything is stolen from us, we should not even be paying to get on our buses, to get on the trains. We already paid for it. The amount of wealth stolen from us. Only when we are free, we can really, really come to the truth, come to know exactly what's being stolen from us. So let's build a true movement to recapture the spirit of Marcus Garvey, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, the best of our freedom fighters, that you recapture, the determination, the love of our people, so we can change our lives once for all. And this is what this movement is about. We want the sisters who are in this forum to join. We want the brothers who are in this forum to join. So we can change the world. And we are determined to change the world. And Africa and Africans, we are going to change the world. We have no doubt whatsoever. We're going to change the world. So I don't know if there's any more questions. If not, I will move to the resolutions we have. Okay. Okay, let me move to the resolution. I see. So we're going to start from the reparations resolutions. This is the first draft. There can be amended and improved, and also, then we'll print it in bank sphere definitely. So the first resolution regarding the reparation, we want to build the solidarity movements in the UK and Europe under the leadership of the African working class. We want to build the solidarity movements in the UK and Europe under the leadership of the African working class, which means under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party. That's the first resolution. And the second resolution, we want to build the African People's Solidarity Day in August 2021. We want to build African People's Solidarity Day in August 2021. We can adjust the day exactly, but it's going to be in August. That's the two resolutions we want to put forward. It deals directly to the question of reparations, that the money, the resources stolen from us are not in our housing estates where we live, but is in the white banks, white corporations, white houses. The money is in their pockets, the bank accounts, offshores account. That's our money. We want our money so we can have lives too, so we can develop and change our community. That's our money, our resources. This is not charity. That's justice. That's the starting point of genuine relationship with the citizen of the oppressor white nation. Reparation work. So these are the two resolutions we put in. Because if we don't do it, what's going to happen and what's happening already, as you know, white people do whatever they want to do that define what is a progressive work, that define what is a revolutionary work. They define it for themselves and for us. And we say, no, you cannot define what is progressive. We have to define it. And defining it means you bringing back what you have stolen from us throughout the centuries. It's not yours, it's ours. And things like that. And you go in there, being in solidarity with struggle for African self-determination in your own community. Not coming to tell us what to do, but we tell you what to do in your own community to win solidarity to the struggle for African self-determination. So that is the two resolutions for reparations. And the other resolutions is regarding the Banning Spear newspaper. So we are serious about the war of ideas. So we want to build a team of skills to produce and distribute Banning Spear newspaper and other projects. When I say other projects, it could be printing books or pamphlets or things like that. Plays, writing plays and printing plays, things like that. So which means, when you say, what do you mean by skills? Writers, proofreaders, graphic designers, researchers, photographers, marketing, specialists and things like that. All those skills that will make the newspaper a successful revolutionary newspaper. So if you have any of these skills, we want that. So that's the first resolution. And the second resolution, we want to build an African internationalist team of translators, writers, proofreaders, news reports, and similar activities in African languages, not in colonial languages like the English or French or Portuguese, but in African languages, Swahili, Igbo, Zulu, and so on. Because most of the masses speak African languages, particularly in Africa, and we want to do that. So these are the four resolutions we're putting forward. So is there any what do you say? Is there anything to be added to those resolutions? And is there any unity around this resolution you think they represent the discussion we had and the way to go forward? It would be good if people can write it in the chat room, say yes, or Uhuru, anything like that. So because I cannot see you, just to have a general level of unity we have with these resolutions, and then we can move forward. Use the chat room. Yes, I see yes from Buana. Anybody yes? I see yes. Let's go. Yeah, it's really important that we express ourselves, and this way we know where we are. Okay. All right. So these are the resolutions that we're going to share with you, and then, as I say, this will be put in a newspaper that we're gonna publish. So this basically is the first part of this uh, Black Power Summit. As I said to you in the very beginning, we planned to have more speakers, but it's colonial work, colonial contradiction that prevented some of our comrades to be here. So we can give you more workshops. Uh, and then after this workshop on the Black Power Summit, we're going to have another Black Power Summit, but it's going to be in French. So if you know anybody who speaks French or understands French, yeah, you can direct them to there. We will be basically talking to the comrades and brothers and sisters in France and Africa and in the Caribbean, particularly in Guadeloupe. And then we can move forward. Because as I said, we are serious and we are committed to organize ourselves so we can complete the struggles of Kwame Nkrumah, Assata Shakur, UP Newton, Fred Hampton, Queen Nzinga, Steve Biko, uh, all the freedom fighters who came before us. The death of Lumumba, assassination of Lumumba, for our oppressors, it meant the end of a revolution. We say, no, that wasn't the end. You can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution, as Fred Hampton said. So we are clear on that. And you're looking for Nkrumah, Lumumba, and Malcolm X, where they are. If you're looking for them, you have to come to African People's Socialist Party. You're looking for Garvey. You're looking for the best of freedom fighters who led us in the past. You come to this party. We are led by Chairman Omari Stella. It's a brilliant leader of our time. It's the leader of our time, in fact, of our revolution, who almost single-handedly solved the questions left unresolved by Malcolm X, Nkrumah, and the others because they died, they were assassinated, so they could not complete their work. And under the leadership of Chairman Omari Stella, all these questions have been resolved. We have the philosophy. We have our own ideology to guide our own struggle to completion. We have our own party. We don't have to follow the opportunists anymore. The African working class, which makes the majority of the African population, if you add the peasants, the poor peasants who are so kind of agricultural workers, we are the majority. So we have our own ideology, our own organization, our own strategies. And I was saying they bring everything together. They bring everybody together. If you're looking for black power, where would you go if you don't join the African People's Socialist Party? You want to unite all Africans around the planet, where would you go? We're not talking about it, we are doing it. You want to see where the Congolese are? Come to the African People's Socialist Party. You will see us there. You're looking for African South Africa? Come to the African People's Socialist Party. You're looking to see Africans from Jamaica? Come to the African People's Socialist Party. Looking for Africans in Paris? Come to the African People's Socialist Party. And this movement is growing. Don't be left out. I know black people don't like to be left out. Join today. Tell your friends the solution is there. It's a revolution. And the organization to make it happen is there too. Only thing is missing is you. Because without the people, there will be no revolution. You have to make that decision that you want a revolution. You want a black power. You are hard enough of humiliation of black people every day, 24/7. You don't want to pass this on to your children? You don't. I know you don't. The only way to do it is to join. So I want to thank you, all of you, for taking time to be with us in this Black Bar Summit. And we look forward to see you again, either on Sunday with the political education coming from Chairman Omari Sela, ask the chairman, or Omari touch me. Or also, if you can join the plenary, which is between the 5th and 8th of February, which is going to be dynamic. And by the way, if you speak French, it will be translated to French, but you need to register for that. You need to register. If you go to apspu.org, you can register for the plenary so you can listen to French. For English, that will be there. So that will be live, of course, YouTube and Facebook and so on. But for French, you need to register. Yes, rural Africans in Ethiopia, in Somalia, and in Cuba, Haiti, all African nations. We salute everybody, and we're looking forward to be with you again. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters and comrades who joined today. One Africa, one nation. That's what we need. One Africa, one nation. Uhuru.
Uhuru. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
Uhuru. So, SG, you want us to stop the live stream and start it back with the French?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting for the link, I guess. So, yeah, so that'll be 20 minutes, isn't it? So.